all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
Well, not Mrs. Lovett, I'll tell you that much.
Come the F on, okay?
There's 41 songs in it.
41 songs?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Yes! Yes!
Into the woods we go again. I can't not sing it. He lives in us, he lives with us.
We are here at Sondheim's Old Friends press day at Manhattan Theater Club. Stay tuned for all my coverage. See you at the show. Y'all, it's fine. Everything's super cool. We just spoke with Bernadette Peters about Stephen Sondheim for Old Friends coming to MTC. Y'all, what is life? What is my life? There are moments as a theater kid that you have to just be like, what? See you at the show. Hello! Hi!
Your hair is so cool.
I know, the curls are curling.
Girls.
I'm staring at your curls with curl envy.
Yeah, no, come on. What I love are these highlights in here. Sorry, can I touch?
Oh, please.
Kyle's
like, well, I guess.
Sorry, it's almost noon.
Pretty Women, Hello Little Girl.
Sweeney Todd.
Already said it.
I don't know, already said it. What song is that?
Already said it.
Can I talk to you?
If y'all haven't seen Jasmine perform yet, let me just say.
So we have a lot of witchy energy in this room.
Agatha. Like Ram Lam Lama, ding-a-ding-ding-dong.
That's exactly right. Is that Sondheim? That's Sondheim.
Here we are.
Here we are.
That's Sondheim.
That actually is Sondheim.
Yeah, we did it.
Like, go have a cocktail at the
But
now.
I'll drink to that.
Hey, see what she did there?
What is the best thing about doing the show?
Making new friends at old friends.
Come and say hello. Yeah. We're all old friends, so it's fine.
You will be when you come and see the show.
A moment that struck out to me was the first time we all sang Sunday in the Park with George together as a group. When we finally collaborated and we all got together and really just blew the roof off this room, let alone what it's going to sound like in the theater with microphones and stuff. It's really going to be something special.
Every time I hear the overture of Sweeney Todd, it's like the first time, and it takes my breath away. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I was like, how could you write that? How could you hear that to put it on? Theater geeks, thank God.
Come on. I love being a theater kid, too.
To know who you are and everything that you bring to this world, your light, your joy. Thank you for blessing us. And please come see the show.
Get your ticket right now. What are you waiting for? Instead of watching this, go and get your ticket.
Pause it. Pause it.
Put your pause. Pause.
Come back to it later.
Yeah.
Go and get your ticket.
And then come to the red carpet with us. Come on, let's go.
And come and say hello.
It's press day of Sondheim's Old Friends at MTC. Let's meet the cast and the creative team. See you at the show.
Hi, I'm Solanga, and you're watching B-Way Show.
Hello. It's Paige.
It's the Here Lies Love pink.
One of my favorites. All those pink, when I went and I got to stand in the crowd and do it.
Just blended in with the set.
I did. I was like, can I get one of those jumpsuits?
Right?
They were great.
They were great. So what a fun day this is.
What a fun day. Can you walk us through what today's been like for you?
Well, today has just basically been caffeine and interviews. And thankfully, my longtime makeup artist came to my apartment and did the glam.
Gorgeous.
I got to say goodbye to my son before he headed off to school because right after there's a ski trip, and so I'm not going to see him this weekend. So, yeah. So I was like, can you stay home for a little bit longer, and then I'll drop you off. And yeah, I'm selfish today. So
you deserve it.
I kind of wanted to be selfish today, so sorry to the teachers. But yeah, so the day has been quite good, and fighting Manhattan traffic is not fun.
Not fun.
But coming into this and seeing everyone here and seeing all these beautiful press people, and this gorgeous company. And knowing that we are bringing such a special show to Broadway in the spring, it's just like I want to be here, and everybody just wants to be here, and it's yes. I mean, so it's been a really, really good day.
Here on B-Way Show, we always play a red carpet game. Are you ready?
No, but okay.
I believe. Okay, it'll be fine.
It'll be great.
Fine. Out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
Not Mrs. Lovett. God, no. Basically anything that Elaine Stritch has done.
That's a great answer.
Yeah, and Nick is my kid. So Nick is like the hugest Elaine Stritch fanboy. So yeah.
Fantastic.
So and anything that the late great has done.
Yeah.
And I have an Elaine Stritch story. I was doing and it's a good one. Well, good for me. I was doing a residency at the Carlisle.
Yes.
She called my room, my hotel room, and said how much she loved it, and I'm like, what is my life? Yeah.
I love that for you.
I died, and then I had to resurrect because I had a show that night.
Yeah. That's making me think of when Sondheim called Jonathan Larson to be like, well done, kid. Could you imagine?
Right, and I got an email from Steve Sondheim after, that 90th birthday, Take Me to the World thing.
The red dresses.
Like so many of us did.
Yes.
He got an email and said, I got an email from him that said that he was moved by my rendition of Loving You and said thank you for the birthday gift, and it's an email that'll never, ever, ever get expunged from my mailbox.
Ooh, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it.
Yeah, and he didn't have to.
Right.
Like, he didn't have to, and you don't expect it because, folks are busy, people are living their lives, but he took the time.
Yeah.
And that said a lot about his kindness and his generosity and how lucky so many actors have been to get to be in the room with him creating some of these most iconic shows.
Yeah. What is it like being old friends with Stephen Sondheim?
I wish, right? I guess by association, because of my association with Cameron McIntosh, I kind of have a little bit of insight into what it must have been like working with Steve. Yeah. Because the two of them were such good friends for, oh my God, almost 50 or so years. So it's like you get a sense of how he just really wanted folks to enjoy and find joy in the shows that he created.
Yeah.
And how he wrote so well for women and how he wrote of the human condition so eloquently. Yeah. It's like, how are you able to say in 3 minutes what I would need an entire lifetime to express?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's been through so much in his life.
Right.
So he's able to write about it so well.
And my last question here, when I saw that you were starring opposite Bernadette Peters,
I mean, come on.
What is it like working together?
Come the F on, okay? It's like, wait, what? I get to be above the title with this woman who's like been a muse of Sondheim, who has done how many shows of his now? She's done Night Music. I mean, that's where I saw her in that. I saw her in Follies, and she's also done, of course, she's done Into the Woods, and the original Dot in Sunday in the Park with George. So there's so many collaborations, and then and because of how intimately she knew him, and how she just knows the ins and outs of the lyric and the music, she has the power of destruction in her hands when she takes on a role that Steve created. Yes. When I saw her in Night Music, I was not ready. And the minute she sat down to do Send in the Clowns, I'm like, okay, because I've sung it, I know this song in and out. I was, no. The minute she started, the tears, it was like heaving sobs in my seat. And I'm trying to keep myself together in my seat. I'm watching by myself, thank God. And I'm like, this is not the day to forget tissue. And I forgot to bring tissue that day. It was like, F my life. Right. Watching Bernadette destroy my heart and singing Send in the Clowns.
Gorgeous.
And she gets to do that here, which is like, good luck to you all. All of you. She literally just stands there. She will literally just stand there. I mean, anything can happen in previews, and she may change her mind with what she wants to do. But she just knows the material, the ins and outs. And she's just so gifted as an actor. Y'all are not ready.
Not ready. But here we come.
Yeah. I mean, the Sweeney Todd section follows that, which I get to do. So there was one night when I got ready early, makeup and wigs and whatever, and I'm like, I'm ready early. Ooh, I can go watch Sun and the Clowns because I have these memories of having seen her in that. I literally watch for maybe 10 seconds, maybe like the first 2 lines, and then I'm like, nope. And I had to head backstage into a little dark corner just to kind of reset my brain because I had to do like Worst Pies.
Wow.
Right. So
what a way to follow that.
I mean, you get the Ballad of Sweeney Todd in between, like a small edited version of it.
Yeah.
To kind of introduce that section. But it's like, nope, I can't watch her. Before I sing, I can't watch her.
See you at the show.
Hi, this is Bernadette Peters. You're watching B-Way Show.
So we're here at Sondheim'S Old Friends press day. Being one of Sondheim's muses, what is it like revisiting this work of art?
Oh, well, I always love singing Steve's music, and I'm just excited to be able to help bring it to the audiences in New York and LA, and I think they're really just going to love it.
I think so too. Do you have any stories of being with Steve that you'd like to share with everyone?
Well, just that he was really funny, and he used to make me laugh, and once he realized that he could make me laugh, he was even as witty as can be. It was just really funny.
Out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
Well, not Mrs. Lovett, I'll tell you that much. Maybe Desiree.
Ooh.
Dot's a good girl.
That's a good girl. Creating characters like Dot and so many, The Witch, so many incredible characters. What was it like back in the day working with Steve on these shows?
Oh, it was great because especially when he'd be writing the show and he'd be bringing, as we're performing it, he'd be bringing in new songs and we were just, especially in Sunday in the Park, we were just felt so privileged to be able to be the first people to hear these great works of art, really. So
I love that. Is there anything else you want to say directly to the fans watching at home?
You're going to love it. That's all I'm going to say. Get your tickets.
See you at the show.
Maria Wirries.
Daniel Yearwood.
Hello, darling. Hi.
Your hair is so cool.
Your whole everything is so cool.
Thanks.
Yay! Give me a hug. Come here. I'm great. How are you? We are old friends. Oh! I had to. Okay, wait. So we're going to play a red carpet game, but first, I need to talk about that we did a Sondheim interview outside of Sweeney Todd, and now you are in another Sondheim show.
The gratitude is out of this world to know who you are and everything that you bring to this world, your light, your joy. Thank you for blessing us, and please come see the show.
Wow. I thought you were going to talk about Sondheim, and then you talked about me, and that you made me real emotional there. So thank you deeply. Okay, so here on B-Way Show, we always play a red carpet game. Are you ready?
Yes, I think so.
Let's go. Okay. Today's B-Way Show game is, out of all of Sondheim's characters, who do you want to be old friends with?
Oh. The Witch from Into the Woods.
100. If someone didn't say that, I was going to be personally offended.
Yeah, she's pretty iconic and definitely inspiration for me. So yeah.
Oof. Is it too meta if I was like Sweeney?
I think it's just meta enough.
Perfect.
Because also the man had a reason for everything.
Yeah.
I also anti-hero, not quite the villain. I mean, if we really wanted to be devious, Mrs. Lovett.
Yeah.
Like that she is iconic. Her brain, the way it works, how everything spins. I'm like, girl, I just want to be your friend for the tea.
No, Mrs. Lovett has the tea
around town.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's in the know. She's in the know.
Yeah.
And you talking about the witch from Into the Woods, and now you're like in a show with Bernadette Peters, the original, the iconic, Into the Woods original witch. What?
It's kind of the coolest thing in the world. And Leia's about to play the witch in the Philippines. So we have a lot of witchy energy in this room. It's honestly unbelievable every day.
Yes, and like, let's just say it is the year of the witch. It is Wicked. It is Agatha.
Yes, okay.
I will be using
road. Come on, I see what
I'm just like, I'm feeling this witchy energy, and we're in this room, and it feels right.
Yeah.
It feels right.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. So we're perfect together. Incredible.
Wow.
So if you were to describe this show to your friends, what would you say?
Oh, I would say it is such a collection of brilliant humans. It's magical, it's sensational, it's real. It just brings people together.
Yeah.
It is unifying. It is inspirational. It's reflective in the best ways to reminisce on Sondheim's life and legacy, and to also know that it will live on and that his stories are timeless. What he wrote, it lives forever, and we're grateful to bring it to life, and then hopefully we get to see you there.
Yay! Okay, wait, and what does make Sondheim so magical to you personally?
I just think his grasp of humanity, of what it means to be a person and to struggle and to succeed and all of the brilliant, beautiful stuff in the middle of that, that's what I'd say. Yeah.
I don't know if anyone got a chance to see this. There was a show that he wrote, Here We Are. It was not completely finished, but getting a chance to watch that show, it really highlighted for me what Sondheim understood about humanity and the fact that there are so many things that aren't complete and will never be complete. We're all on this journey together trying to make it, and the sooner we're able to recognize that in each other, the more love and compassion we can have. And he's brilliant, and the world misses him very much.
Any final words for the fans?
Come see old friends.
Come see old friends.
See you at the show.
I'm Bonnie Langford.
I'm Gavin Lee.
Today's B-Way Show game is, out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
Mrs. Lovett.
I could see that. It would be great.
Yeah, I like her.
Bobby. I want to be
horrible.
friends with Bobby from Company.
Oh, he is a bit lonely.
He needs some friends. And I think we'd be quite fun together, Bobby. Let's go for it.
This birthday party looks like it's going to be a hit. Yeah. If you were to describe old friends to your friends, what would you say?
Celebration. A celebration through music, of beautiful music and lyrics, and a way to experience the joy of theatre and being in one room together, and the joy of expression where it takes you somewhere that you cannot go anywhere else.
Well, there's an answer and a half. I mean, that's amazing.
That was a soundbite.
What I will say is what's different from every other Sondheim show is it's a review. Cameron McIntosh, our producer, said yesterday to us all, remember, it's a review. You're giving the audience snippets from all these shows, but we're not doing the numbers as they are in the show. It's everyone's own take of that singular song taken out of the show.
It's how we connect. So it makes it very personal, doesn't it? It's very personal. We're not standing there. I mean, there are some that we have to enter into the period. So, for example, like Sweeney Todd and all those sorts of things. A Weekend in the Country. We have to give that an element of the place that we're in. Otherwise, it really doesn't make sense. However, it is generally about the people, and not only the people that we're playing or the songs that we are expressing, but also about how actually it's just about relationships and about how we enact. So that's why it's timeless as well.
I love that.
Absolutely timeless.
And a final question for what do you want to say to audiences at home about what it means to do this Sondheim piece?
Oh, if you're a mad Sondheim fan like I have been since I went to college, and not being lucky enough in my career to do hardly any Sondheim shows, to then get to be in this show. When we did the show in London, I used to come off from, say, this Sweeney Todd section, run up the stairs to get into my weekend of the country costume, whatever, and just be saying to people, we've just done Sweeney Todd, and now we're about to do Little Night Music, and then we're going to sing Company.
And do all the good bits, all the absolute,
not that there's any bad bits, but it's just every song is a gem, a Sondheim gem, and it's just.
But you don't have to be a Sondheim aficionado to enjoy it, because it's actually about feelings. That's what he was so good at. He was so good at getting to those grey areas where you're not just happy or sad. There's somewhere in the middle where you're like,
how are you feeling?
Being alive. And we sing Being Alive.
Being alive.
That is the most triumphant, because sometimes it's a very sad song. Sometimes it can be very melancholy.
Right.
Within the
within our show, it's a triumphant celebration of we're alive. Let's live it.
Oh, gorgeous.
Live it. See you at the show.
Kyle Selig.
Jasmine Forsberg.
Jacob Dickey.
So, here on B-Way Show, we always play a red carpet game. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
The Witch.
I have an answer.
The Witch.
Oh, and you would be so slight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, to know that Leia is playing in the Philippines in just a few months, and Bernadette has originated, it's just wild. I would love to follow in the footsteps, so manifest.
I would love to be old friends with Joanne from Company, and specifically Beth Level's Joanne from Company, because she seems like a good time gal.
I would say so.
I feel like Sweeney and I would just really hit it off. It's kind of how I feel. Like, he's intense, but
wouldn't kill you?
I'm sure he's a good hang.
He's a good hang. With your neck off. Your neck is hanging off.
Wait, can I change my answer?
No.
Okay, that's it then.
Can I get your answer 2.0?
The answer 2.0 is Mrs. Lovett, because I'm just always hungry. I need a chef in my life.
I'm going to be honest, you're the second person to say Sweeney and then Mrs. Lovett.
Well, they're a duo. They're a package deal.
Yeah, like Ram Lam Lama, Kading a Ding Dong.
That's exactly right. Is that Sondheim?
The way that we have named every show except for Sondheim right now. Bernadette is like the Sondheim muse. What is that like sharing a stage with her?
I think every single day in the rehearsal room, she has a new approach to the material, and she's already done this once before. She's had a full run of the show. So it's wild to me. It is just, it's a masterclass in choices and storytelling, and I feel like a little sponge soaking up all this information, and I know that whatever I'm learning in this room, I'm taking with me for the rest of my career, for sure.
Yeah, and you're not a simple sponge.
Oh, why thank you. We're going to keep going with all the shows.
Help to remind people. You're not a
I'm
simple
a complex sponge.
God.
I just figured if we're already doing like every other show, whenever something comes into my head, I'm now obligated. Yeah. Commit to the bit.
There are moments in rehearsal that are just absolutely hair-raising. Yeah. We have a whole Sunday in the Park with George section of the show where Bernadette is saying the words that she said on the DVD that I absolutely broke watching. And it just it makes me think about her and where she was at in her life at that time and her story, and that she's still here doing it. That's a song from the show.
Thank you.
And I just feel like, you did.
Here we are.
That's
Sondheim.
That actually is Sondheim.
Yeah, we did it.
It makes me think, and we should all be so lucky to still be doing it and feel the weight of all the years that we've done it. It's just wild.
I love that.
Yeah, I get some pretty intimate moments with Bernadette Peters. I play the wolf opposite her as Little Red.
Gorgeous.
And then I actually also play George later on in the show, which that moment specifically, if I think too much about it, I will just start crying. Which I haven't done yet, so I'm grateful for it.
There's still time yet.
But it is. It's just like, it's surreal, man. Yeah. Like, it's like, these are the people we grew up with idolizing and loving, and they created so much of what we know as musical theater, and like, to be in the room with them and creating as well, it's the best.
And to all of these Sondheim fans out there, what is it like getting to take this piece on as a lover of Sondheim, singing Sondheim, getting to like continue his legacy?
It's the first time the show of his has ever been done that is the complete summation of his work, which I think is really exciting. So for people who are not Sondheim fans, who've never heard of the man, they're about to get a fast, two-footed introduction to every moment of genius that he has. And for people who love it, like us, it's a really, really lovely revisit to some of the best songs that we have as humanity, you know?
Yes. What's so beautiful is Cameron, when he came into the room, he really encouraged us to enjoy each moment within the show as the moment of the show. We don't necessarily have to fully dive into the characters. Some of it can be a fresh interpretation, and it's just so fun to be encouraged to play.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's any actor's dream to be able to be in all these shows, and then to be able to do all these shows in one show. It's like, oh man, I don't know if I can put them all on my resume, but I might.
I do love that it's a great big Broadway show.
Yeah.
Like that is.
Oh, there's 41 songs in it.
41 songs?
Jasmine counted.
I did.
You?
I did.
Were you like?
I can't count that high.
In fact, as a little game for some of our social media in-house, we were encouraged to try and name all of them, and I didn't even commit to it.
Let's try.
Oh, it's gonna take so long.
As a team.
All right. Side-by-side intro. Comedy Tonight.
Yeah.
Company.
Just start yelling them out.
Company.
Agony.
A Ballad of Sweeney Todd.
Into the Woods.
Freeze.
On the Steps of the Palace.
Henrik. A Weekend in the Country is what it's called. The boy from Takren Bellatuga del Fuego, Santa Maria Socategas to on to Tel Feli Cruz.
Broadway Baby.
Wow.
That was good.
That was good. I was like, that's still going.
Sunday. We got Sunday.
Being Alive.
Company.
Little
things you do together.
Ladies Who Lunch.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty Women. Hello, Little
Ballad
Girl.
of Sweeney Todd.
Already said it.
I don't know, already said it. What song is that?
Already said it.
Can I talk to you?
See you at the show.
Hi, I'm Jason Pennycooke.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Secomb.
Out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
Oh, I see what she did there. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I think Sweeney Todd, you know, I really do.
I love it.
I'd be intrigued to see what goes on in that mind of his, you know?
Okay. Wow.
I mean, you know what goes on in his mind because you are him.
Inside his mind. It would probably be the witch from Into the Woods.
Very popular answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be my answer. I think the witch.
I also want to say is Bernadette is now an old friend of mine. So.
Yes, exactly.
And what is that like?
Oh, it's incredible, right? For anyone who's in the industry or anything like that, you know, to sort of stand on stage and sing Sunday from Sunday in the Park with George with Bernadette Peters. Right. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't be, you know, excited to do that? Wow. And you should come and see it for that alone. And that's only a snippet of what happens in the show.
I will say, just as an aside, I remember when I started being a Broadway reporter and I got to interview her, and I was like little baby show being like, oh my God, it's Bernadette Peters. And she was the loveliest person.
She is, yeah.
And that, like, you know, to me, meant everything. What does it mean to you to share a stage with such legends who are truly old friends with Stephen Sondheim?
Yeah. Oh, it's just wonderful. You know what I mean? And it's a little bit surreal in a way, you know. You're there. I'm even Leia Solanga, you know, the two of them together, you know, we're stood there and I'm kind of like, oh, you know, I've seen these, that's...
Absolutely.
Yeah, she sang that little, you know, that little show she sang there, you know, that animated show she might have sang there, you know, just kind of like, oh, you know, and they're your friends, you know, just shooting the breeze with you. It's great.
Oh, amazing.
So we rehearse in this room.
Yes.
So you probably can't see here, but there are pictures around the room of Steve and different people that he's been photographed with. But there's also posters of shows. Now we were setting some things the other day. Now there's a poster over there of Into the Woods with Bernadette's name on it. And then Sunday in the Park with George with Bernadette's name on it. So like it literally, we're surrounded by these legends and standing next to legends. Yeah. You know, Leia Solanga. You know, I get to do Sweeney Todd with Leia Solanga. Come on. You know,
dream.
It is the dream. It's an absolute dream. Yeah.
Any final words for the fans?
Come and see the show. Get your ticket right now. What are you waiting for? Instead of watching this, go and get your ticket.
Pause it. Pause it.
Put your pause. pause.
Come back to it later.
You know,
But go and get your ticket.
and then come to the red carpet with us. Come on, let's go.
And come and say hello. Come and say hello. Yeah. We're all old friends, so it's fine.
You will be when you come and see the show.
Hey.
See you at the show.
Kate Jennings Grant.
David Harris.
Out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
The Countess.
Ooh. Or the witch.
Ooh.
It should be interesting.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. I wonder how good a friend she'd be.
I think she'd have some tails, though.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to give her a go.
Yeah. What is the best thing about doing the show?
Making new friends at old friends.
And celebrating Stephen's work in a brand new show that New York and LA haven't seen before, and to collaborate, as Kate said, collaborate with amazing actors and performers on such brilliant work. It's a true gift and honor to be able to do that.
Oh, I love that. What does make Stephen Sondheim's work so magical?
Well, the sheer volume of it, the depth of it, the breadth of it, the brilliance of it, the intelligence, and the unbelievable heart.
The complexities of human nature and human relationship. It's phenomenal, and it will change as an actor. It changes with the years as it goes by, what you relate to and how you see a different moment that you never saw before, and you're like, I interpret that differently now because of life lived. It's a never-ending circle of or progress of discovering more within his work.
And there are so many moments in my regular life where I'm like, this sounds like a Sondheim lyric, and it's so often. And when he passed away, thinking there are giants in the sky, like he wrote his own destiny. He's just, wow. Is there anything else you came into today wanting to share with the fans?
Well, it's with the fans that they will absolutely love this show. That's a given.
They'll love it.
But it's for those who may not be familiar with Sondheim's work. They can come and see the show and see snippets and vignettes of all these different shows and characters within them. Yeah. And then discover and go, what is that about? And discover more shows. So it's for those who may not be as familiar as well.
Love that.
I would like everyone to know that I am dedicating my time in the show to the memory of the late and extremely great Linda Lavin, a friend and a champion of mine, and she originated the song The Boy From that I get to sing, so I have a guardian angel.
See you at the show.
Peter Neureuther.
Alexa Lopez.
Paige Faure.
And Kevin Earley.
Hello, good to see you. Good bring it in. So we're going to start out with a red carpet game. Are we ready? Sure.
Okay.
Out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
The Witch.
The Witch. Bernadette's Witch?
Ooh, yes, Bernadette's Witch.
Bernadette's Witch. I think Jack and the Beanstalk. I think he'd be just like a blast to hang out with. And then he's got those beans, and you just, whisk off.
Beans, nothing but beans.
Nothing but beans.
I don't know. That's such a tough question.
So tough.
Riff. He's always got your back.
Yep.
Wow.
Then maybe Anita. She'd be my hype woman. Yeah.
I love this. Wow.
A fun night out with Anita.
What is the best part about getting to work with Sondheim's music?
That you never stop discovering, and it's like, and people are shocking me with their takes on things. I'm shocking myself with my own takes on things. There is constantly room for more curiosity about it all.
Yes.
Yeah, for everybody to get to reinterpret it, just for these audiences, for LA, for New York, once again, to kind of revive it, it's just, it's amazing.
It never gets old, and every day we breathe new life into these pieces. It's lovely.
Well, you're really working hard because the music is crazy.
Has there been like a moment in this rehearsal process that has especially stood out to you?
With music being hard. Weekend in the country, but go ahead. Yeah.
Just any aspect of it, like working with these legends, working on Sondheim's music, the fact that you're in the show.
I think when a moment that struck out to me was the first time we all sang Sunday in the Park with George together as a group. When we finally collaborated and we all got together and really just it blew the roof off this room, let alone what it's going to sound like in the theater with microphones and stuff. It's really going to be something special.
And seeing the flow of the entire night too. Matthew Bourne, our director, and Stephen Mir, our choreographer, really have used such finesse to move all of these things together. You would think that it's always just been this way. It's really quite special in that way.
I try to be a sponge every time I come into the rehearsal room, just because we're learning from the best of the best. This is our Broadway debut.
Happy Broadway debut!
Thank you. And there's just so much information to suck up, and it's the best. It's at the highest level. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think when all of the four Brits came over and started to join our process, and we just started singing together, it's just now everything feels complete. Our family's together, ready to go.
And also, I just gotta say, I think it's because Bernadette's at the helm, but the curls, they're working.
Yeah, I know.
All the women with the curls in the show is...
There's been a lot of curl discussions, so we can swap products.
When Bernadette walked in, there was literally jealousy going on.
I had straightened my hair.
You came in the next day with curly hair.
You said, not in front of Bernadette.
Cast are so
Some good hair in this cast. Some good hair.
hair.
The dudes too. Come on.
No, definitely. I'm just I'm staring at your curls with curl envy.
Yeah, no, come on. What I love are these highlights in here. Sorry, can I touch?
Oh, please.
I love what you've done over here.
I did that today.
You got the blue on
This morning I said, we must pink it up. We must.
I love it.
I love it. I love it. I Mrs. Love it.
Yes.
See you at the show.
Hi, Beth Leavel. Hi, Joanna writing.
Out of all of Stephen Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
Joanne and company.
Yes.
That's
I think we should say that.
I would say
Hey,
Joanne
we just
too.
go have a cocktail at the
But
now.
I'll drink to that.
Hey, see what she did there? See what she did?
What is it like bringing the Sondheim music around you, alive, being alive with the Sondheim music?
You just sneaking that in there.
It's a B-Way show specialty. Thank you.
I'm going to let you start that because Joanne brought it over from the UK.
But it's
and
thrilling.
she's making her Broadway debut.
Yes, I am a Broadway baby. For the first time. So yeah, I got to do it in the West End. I am a huge fan of Sondheim's work. I fell in love with his work early on, vowed if ever I got the chance to do it, I would do it. And so to do Old Friends and to do it with old friends and then cherry on the pie to come here to bring it home to New York and make new friends. What could be better?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and to immerse yourself in Stephen Sondheim's greatest canons of work,
right,
is kind of stupidly phenomenal.
Yeah.
And you just reappreciate it even more when you're just listening and witnessing hit after hit, and just really, delving into the music and the harmony. I was like, because as an actor, sometimes it's like, I'm intimidated. And it's like, well, I am in the pool. I jumped off the diving board, and I'm swimming in Sondheim's pool.
Yeah, I never tire of hearing his songs, and I never tire of hearing them reinterpreted by, great performers like Beth's. I was hearing her song, I'm not going to give it away, and I'm thinking, I'm hearing it for the first time all over again.
Wow.
It's just wonderful.
And it's staged so beautifully. Props to our producers and creative team. If you need a fabulous night in the theater full of joy that will leave you singing and your heart full, come to Old Friends.
I love that. When I saw that it was going to be in London, I was like, oh my God, please come to Broadway, It had to. And then coming here at MTC, I felt like was perfect. Like, I didn't know that Sondheim was on the board of MTC. So cool. And the fact that we get to live and immerse ourselves in this music, and you'll be doing that 8 times a week. Is there a specific part of Sondheim's work that just really lives in your heart, that every time you listen to it or you think about it, you're like, this is why I love Sondheim?
Every time I hear the overture of Sweeney Todd, it's like the first time, and it takes my breath away. I was like, how could you write that? How could you hear that to put it on? Every time they do it here, they might do it here in this show. Every time they do it here, I'm like, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Wow.
And to hear her do this fabulous song from Company.
Don't give it away, but yes, I haven't forgotten my words yet. But I
proud of you.
Will one day, I'm sure.
Just do that trick I do. Just repeat it again with a different hand gesture, and it was like, woo!
It was so powerful. I had to just
do it again, but now with my right hand. Sorry. I have this funny thing. I had not mentioned this, but whenever I go walking and I go into a little forest or something, I always cannot help myself saying, "Into the woods we go." I can't not sing it every time I go into it. He lives in us. He lives with us.
Yes, I do that too, actually. When I was hiking with my friends, we all started singing Into the Woods.
We're theater geeks, thank God.
Come on. I love being a theater kid.
Too.
Is there anything else you want to say to all the theater kids watching at home?
You better come see this Sondheim show because you're going to want to sing this songs.
If you think you know Sondheim, come see this show. If you don't think you know Sondheim, come see this show.
See you at the show.
Matthew Bourne, director of Old Friends.
Stephen Meyer, choreographer of Old Friends.
Out of all of Sondheim's characters, who would you like to be old friends with?
Desiree.
Oh, Desiree. Mrs. Lovett.
Mrs. Lovett. A popular answer here. I just feel like she's got that crazy energy that I would just be like, what adventure are we going on today?
Definitely.
Always on your toes.
Yeah, and I because being an East Ender myself and a Londoner, I think I would get on with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fabulous. What do you think is like the biggest difference between a London audience and a New York audience?
Quietness. They did really appreciate this show, but we were in shock, weren't we? The reaction we got. And so I'm dying to see the American audience. Because it really is a beautiful show. And to see that reaction, even I was shocked in the audience.
Yeah, I think audience, the difference is audience, instant love that comes across from a Broadway audience. But I also think you've got to listen as well, with Sondheim. You want to listen because you want to hear every word.
Definitely.
And then you can erupt at the end of a number,
Definitely. I would say a Broadway audience wants to make sure to make you know that they, Mrs. Lovett, that they love it.
Oh, they love it. Very good.
Thank you. I was like, there's a pun in there. I must pun it up. I must. Why is it so important bringing this show right now to Broadway?
I think showing Steve's work, especially some people won't know all his work, and bringing, like you said, a young audience in is so important to show how brilliant and what a genius he was.
Definitely.
Yeah, someone was saying that the Merrily production recently maybe brought in a younger audience to see those stars, and I think that hopefully that audience will now want to come and see this and get a sense of his other work.
Yeah.
That would be great, wouldn't it? I know all the fans will come,
wonderful.
but it'd be lovely to think that happened as well. Yeah.
And I'm just starting to think about how we had Company, Into the Woods, Merrily We Roll Along, and all of those productions were shows that I couldn't stop seeing. I couldn't stop talking about with my friends. I saw all of those multiple times, at least 3 times.
Yeah.
So I know I'll be doing the same here. And of course, working with people like Bernadette Peters and Solanga, who are old friends with Stephen Sondheim, or Steve as the friends would say. What is it like working with legends on a legendary musical?
I mean, they've been brilliant, haven't they? They've just opened their arms to us, and we've all become one family. We really have, haven't we?
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful feeling and love in the rehearsal room.
It's an important aspect to this show that it feels like a group of friends, both the team that are putting it on and the cast, that comes across to the audience, and I think it's important to everyone because they're all stars, really, and in their own right. They could all hold a show on their own.
Definitely.
Virtually everyone in the cast, But I think, it's great seeing Leia do some material that people wouldn't have expected her to see her do in this show. She's a revelation.
And Bernadette sings songs from a show she's been in, but not her main song. So she gets to sing other things as well. That's great.
And she sings a new song in this version of Old Friends. We've added one song for Bernadette. Yes.
I can't wait. Oh my goodness. And lastly, I'd be remiss not to ask, do you have any Sondheim stories that you'd like to share with everyone?
I mean, I worked with him when I did Gypsy with Imelda, and he was just so wonderful and generous to everybody in the room. And that's the one thing I couldn't get over, how nice and a calm person he was.
I never met Steve. But I've loved his work my whole life, and I realised that very quickly doing this show. But I have got a little story about Bonnie Langford. One of the first shows I saw in the West End was Gypsy with Angela Lansbury when I was 13, and Bonnie was Baby June. Bonnie Langford, one of our cast members, over 50 years ago. She was also the only cast member that came with Angela Lansbury to Broadway for a limited run, Bonnie. And now she's back on Broadway singing I'm Still Here.
Which is so right.
50 years on. It's a great story. And so that's my little, it's not exactly a Sondheim story, but certainly my connection.
I love that.
Yeah.
The only time I got to see Sondheim in person was I was like across the street. I was like in the waiting looking at Company. It was the first preview and I looked up. I was like talking with a friend and I looked up and I was like, oh, it's Sondheim. And I got a 2-second clip, literally the shortest thing. And it's just him walking past the Company poster. And that 2 seconds is one of the most special 2 seconds because it felt like the universe made me look up in that moment and see him. And how special to have actually seen Sondheim with your own eyes.
Yes.
Amazing.
I could tell you one other story. It's not as good as yours, but when Sondheim was doing the recording for Into the Woods film, it was done in London, and it was filmed. It was recorded at Angel Studios, which is just around the corner from where I live. And Mark Platt, who's the producer of it, a friend of mine, knew how much I'd love to have met Sondheim, and he said, I'm going to bring him round to me. And they actually walked round to my house and knocked on the door, Steve and Mark, and I wasn't in. So I wasn't there. So I could have opened the door to Stephen Sondheim. That would have been my one opportunity, but it didn't happen.
No, I'm devastated for you. See you at the show. Thanks for watching my coverage of Sondheim's Old Friends here at Manhattan Theatre Club. It's a great big Broadway show here with B-Way Show. You can catch performances on Broadway at the Samuel J. Friedman Theater starting on March 25th with an opening night of April 8th. See you at the show.